today's show, we zoom into the construction industry. We drive to Sekororo, Limpopo, to spend time with Tshepiso from Amphiguard, as she strives to be the #1 brick manufacturer and supplier in that area. We also spend more time with Julia, owner of Amedzo Trading and Projects. She tells us how she specializes in renovating buildings and how she will give her business a profitable revamp. The construction industry is cyclical in its nature.
The industry, I think, contributes maybe 65%. I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm not.
The vibrant and internationally renowned construction industry constitute about 4% to the country GDP. As communicated in 2014, government intends to spend 847 billion rands on infrastructure over the next 3 years. Public sector spending by public sector institution increased by 4.8% in 2013 calendar year, with the total expenditure in the year amounting to 212 billion rands.
I think they have changed. Now we have a lot of opportunities in terms of exposure to it, in terms of funding, if you're a woman.
But there's only a few. I mean, if you go to a construction site, you find 3 QS that are men and 1 female, maybe.
I just feel like some women don't want to be involved. It's not a matter of they can't.
Isibalo sabesimama abasebenza kule nkundla lena construction asikho sikhulu kakhulukazi mangabeke ubala ke abesimama abantu abamnyama abasebenza kuyona le nkundla. Namhlanje sicila kakhulu ke kwizinkampani ezimbili ezisafufusa esisebenza kuona lo mkhakha. Phinde ukukhumbula ukuthi lezi inkampani ziphethwe ke abantu besimame ababili. Siqala ke lapha yana ke kwiprovince eyase Limpopo endaweni yase Tzanini.
My name is Tshepiso Mametja. I'm the owner of Amphiguard Brickyard. We are situated in Trichasdal. We started operating in 2010. We manufacture cement brick, which is Maxi stock, bevel, and interlock. And we managed to employ 55 employees. Our product are SABS tested. Our website is www.amphiguardbrickyard.co.za.
Ngisetsanini ngizohlangana nosomabhizinisi wethu esizobe sichitha usuku naye. Lona wesimama yena wenza izinto ezimangaza kakhulu kwezamabhizinisi. Ibhizinisi lakhe likhiqiza izitina futhi baphinde bazidayisa. Lona ke leli bhizinisi lasungulwa ubaba wakhe kule minyaka lena ke esidlulile njengoba ke lo sisi yena she has taken over the business. Into esifuna ukuyazi ukuthi njengoba seliguqulile lezi zitina lezi abazenzayo bayidayisela ubani futhi ke iluphi ke ushintsho aselifakile ebhizinisini. Ake sixoxisaneni naye. Koko.
Ahai kai?
Delegam.
Rona.
Rona. Ya bona ka wa montle banna ba busy. Ba itse ba tummeng ka tsona ka ditene.
Yeah. Are busy ka di order.
Yeah. Ke a tseba re no sebetsa mo le go di company tse ba batho ba ba rekisang dintlo.
Yeah, that's
wa
right.
gutla in the business. Di ntutso ola di introduce after go tlile o kene mo businessing. What are some of those things go tlile ba wentse ntutse ngato di change.
Ha ke fitla mo company ke thotse ba bereka ka motšhino mo1 o no ira only 1000 bricks, so ka tsamaya ka yo go sida ka gopela di finance ba mpha tsona ka reka metšhine e 2 le di mixer tse 2, then be ke tsamaya ke ya go cash build go build it ke marketa, then ba mpha business, and then ra thoma ba supplier, from ba supplier then business ya no thoma grower. Then I move from 10 employees to 25. And then I builder no silo no plane. Like nesna jarata. Katoma builder the wall, as you can see, are this so fairly. business and automotive la pele
Yeah.
ka mo mora ha go na le overall o ka nna wa ikenya cause re ya go is dangerous, so you need to have your safety
Okay.
clothes on.
All right.
I started business here with my son. I took off in 2009. It's a initiative here. Papa, I want to lower now. I would think I take over. When now, untus a fella hanyanga supervision. Come fetch hands here. It's a big motor full. As Wasadi Ranjinji as what 12 or Panama Honwell or Rakahona of stages after also.
Antante, ka letsatsi letsa ditena tse kae mo?
Ka letsatsi re dira different bricks, so mo di mixing re dira 10,000, mo di stocking re kgona go dira up to 12,000, and then mo di interlock and bevel re dira 5,000. Tse nyane re di bitsa gore ke di stock brick. So when you are building a house, e tsamaya double.
Okay.
And then ho na le maxi brick yona e tsamaya single, and then ho na le di paving bricks ke tlo bontsha tsona gore tsona di differa ka di shape.
Oh, tsa di paving ke tse emeng ka o.
Yeah, interlock, then ha ba le sa straight ke bevel, but di color di dira ka di special order.
Ka di special order. Wena he mo hae ha o fitla mona o re o simolola letsatsi la hao o etsa eng mo?
Thomo e ke irang ke fitla mo ke kena ko officing, then ke nna le also ko reception ke check gore di daily order di tsamaya yang, di deliveries di tsamaya bang, material up to date, aba short material on field, and then babereki ba ntse ba bereka bjang. Yeah.
Shuma ka moka gore o reila forklift go laisha ditena go deliver ke mmereko ka lo disa sandra ka mo company go bereka mo go thusitse bophelo ya ka because bana ba ka ke ba supporter everything ya ba direla ke short sale ntwe ngwe le ngwe ke ni twa ke khojana ka baka la mmereko wa Amphiguard.
So this is where the process starts.
Yeah, itomamo.
Yeah.
Re traka e joko nukeng, what happens gore it deeper mo, and then high snow deeper mo, rai safer.
Yeah. Okay, ba safer ka mo le go mrao.
Yeah, ka kwa ba safer.
Yeah.
And then from there rai safer hile ka mo re chela ka mo wheelbarrow, and then rai kala.
Okay.
Since wheelbarrow e be level, ke gauge thing. Then from here inamela the ramp. To the mixer. Okay.
Motšhino wane o bile bokae roughly?
Motšhino ya ka ya mathomo e bile 70,000 one, but e ke neng nona no o ira 300,000 cause it's hydraulic.
Yes.
And it's almost automated.
Automated?
Yeah, but not fully, but automated.
Kutlile ba re marketing ke dintho tsa hao?
Yeah, ka marketing ke excel.
O etsa marketing e jwang e kgona go goga di-client?
I do the site visit. I go straight to the client and talk face to face with the client. Ke tshwere product ya ka, then ka thomo demonstrate a product ya ka ka this is who I am, this is what I do, this is the quality, and then we'll take it from there.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Amphiguard I prefer yo ka di Brickyard tin'wanyani because of efficiency. Loko I lava stock sweswi loko ni ri na customer ile queen I lava ku deliveriwa va ni yisela va ni endlela delivery a yi siva na problem or ti complaints kusuka ka ti customer ta hina na quality ya switina swa vona. So far so good. Our price yabo it's very competitive. We benefit also from them because we sell them cement. So it's a very good relationship and a healthy one, business-wise.
Now I'm one person, and then you feel like I need to buy now.
Are you buying things personally out of the business?
No, sometimes.
Tshepiso Mametja Yena-ke uthathe isikhathi sakhe ukuthi wasimema seza lapha ekhaya lakhe eTzanini. Sithathe ithuba-ke saxoxisana nomndeni wakhe. Bona-ke he speak candidly ngayo-ke le ntokazi ukusitshela ukuthi-ke yayinjani-ke ngalesa sikhathi-ke yona ikhula.
Tshepiso ke my younger sister. Ko bo 3 ka mo lapeng. Re 3 ka lapeng.
E be ngwalo botlhale from primary a tloga a ya Meridian akere. From Meridian a ya Polokwane.
Go Northern Academy ka tsana boarding until 2004 ka matric. Then from matric wa ka tsamaya ka ya go Pretoria go Rosebank College ka ira end user technology, but because go Pretoria environment there it was too fast and ka moga ne ba sa feel comfortable. My brother had to bring me back because ne ke PhD malemi, and then I papa mutho a we gae, then ka we gae, then ka ya go Damelin ka dira end user technology ka ifetja.
Go was sekolong boarding school a se o re motla re o tla tefa o khumana alla but nearly yena a ke re ke last born ne batla mo unlike the first born.
Ga botse re ka no re mo spoil ga botse o spoil ke mokgalafi
ne ke le too much spoiled because ge ke nyaka selo ne ke se nyaka nako enewe ene papa ka would go all out ka moka ne ba tlo criticize no ha wa emanyana nini papa ka would go all out for nna
mokgalabe ke na ile wa no mo spoiler ka tšhelete ene nna ke fela ke re tšhelete ke ntse re re mo fene.
Moratho ka sena tlhokofalo moshimane ra dula le ena at least ra mmontša gore at least tšwela pele ka business ya Brickyard. There's no one a tla tšwela pele ka business ka mo gae wa
business o ke motho le gore o rata business
ra re go tse ka gare ga business. Even my younger brother le ena ne le motho wa business ke share sa nna batho ba menateng but it's either o mmerekong go ba wa kerekeng, that's all.
So ge dikolo di tswala they would give us the activity or tsa mo rekisha ko shopong, so neno ba ka ona batho ne ke ba bona shopong fela ge ke rekisha, that was it.
ka gore rena mathomo le business ya rena re thomile ka go reka di-taxi ra rana di-taxi ga o ya kwa pele ke moka ra lesa di-taxi ka 1992 papa ga ke re plus farmer.
Tshepiso ke motho e leng gore ga botsebotse ka mo tabeng tše tša go rekisa go marketa ke line ya gage
wa marketa o ya ka mo a robale forogo wa tsoga o ya kwa forogo o ya kwa
ona a rata dula pleke e one e rata go tswa explore bophelo ka mo ntle a bona nna go direga in all those things
ka business. I think wa repeater ka moka ka mogae o bereka ga botse and she can market well.
Yo, she's very good. Networking, number one, information seeking. And then she's very much persistent. She's a go-getter.
Oba persistent raka, go gapeletša dilo, go nthuša in life. And ge ke nyaka selo, I mustn't just sit back and relax. Santse re ke gapeletše.
The brother left the son. Had an elder daughter, she's taking care of the children at home.
How many kids do you have? 3.
Everything why dear.
Ngemva kokuthi-ke ubaba wakhe embize ukuthi yena azosebenza kulona-ke leli bhizinisi leli elasungulwa umndeni wakhe, uTshepiso waguqula-ke ngendlela izinto leli bhizinisi belizenza ngayo. Njengamanje-ke yena-ke unamanye-ke amasu ambalwa azomsiza ukuthi leli bhizinisi lingandlondlobala futhi lidume eSouth Africa yonke. Ube nodlwana ndlebeke noPepsi estudio sethu ukumtshela ukuthi-ke imaphi-ke la masu lawa anawo yena.
I just arrived at Making Move Studio. I'm a bit nervous, but I'm looking forward meeting Pepsi and the mentors for mentor sessions.
Tshepiso Mametja is an award-winning entrepreneur who's got a stellar reputation in the brick manufacturing industry. Since taking over the business from her father 5 years ago, she's managed to sign deals with major retailers around the Tzaneen area. Now, she wants to expand the distribution of her bricks into other parts of Limpopo and even further into other provinces. Tshepiso, welcome to Making Moves.
Thank you.
Bonjour, Mom.
Thank you.
Okay, so you're a second-generation brick manufacturer.
Yes.
Business
Yes.
And then, so your brother then passed on?
Yes.
And it fell upon you
Yes.
to take the business forward?
That's right.
Okay, so Tsatsila Pili, how can I? Okay, I'm here. This is my business now. What's going through your mind?
It's been a very difficult journey because the business is because mainly a lot of debts and so on. So I had to come in, sort out the debts and going out, knocking on doors and execrate the opportunity. It was hard for me. Sometimes I would feel like, you know what, this is not worth it. I'm closing door. Well, I'm back, Merokong.
And the challenges are running that business right now. What are some of the challenges that you've got?
Business na the way is based on economic of scale. So you need to push volumes. And at the moment, busy supply cash build. So they are big hardwares. The other jabana they are used. So like a capacity in terms of transportation, and then the machinery that I'm using at the moment, I can meet the demand. Yeah.
Okay. Are you making a profit? The order zones or the processor? No.
A little bit, I can say I am able to break even because with the profit that I have, I try to get machine anywhere and then lead loan. So
profit goes towards paying the koloto business. So and then towards just reinvesting in building this capacity.
Yes.
Okay. And what have you done in order to start working towards this funding?
Okay, at the moment, I apply the Masisani Fund, Old Mutual, SIFA, and then I create funding from National Gazelle, R1 million. So I plan to use TLB for the send. It's easier for now. And then go Old Mutual, I apply for a bigger machine, a horse and trailer.
Okay, so where do you think you're weak as a business person?
I think wiki in Kikerking. Maybe more will spend chelet. I think wiki more because now I'm one person. And then I feel like I need to buy now. I think that's my weakest part.
Are you buying things personally out of the business?
No, sometimes.
What are the last 3 things you bought? Personally, business. What are the last 3 things?
Koloi.
Regular koloi?
Yes, regular business and for my personal. And feel like I wasn't ready, and it was not. Yeah, niggas ready, and the next one need but I feel like yeah. I think that's it.
Okay. I think you need somebody or independent or kamuhirang, bring them on board as a junior partner or something of the sort.
Okay.
Mutoling a manager more than an entrepreneur. Because when I did the entrepreneur, but what's when I Ronaso, we're always thinking of stuff and moving and moving and moving. And then there are people that manage.
Yeah.
And I think you need to employ somebody or bring them on and give them a small share in the business and let them be the accounting brain in the business.
All right.
All right, so to take your conversation forward about growing your business, Kitlo Romella for a coaching session.
Okay.
Where another kind of mentor type person who can guide you
Okay.
business here how.
Thank you. Okay.
Sharp. Tshepiso has made amazing strides in her business since taking over from her father. She's proven that she has the capability to take this business to the next level. However, she needs some marketing help and maybe some finance help so that she can begin to grow and secure clients outside of her comfort zone.
My interview with Pepsi went well. So at the first time, I was so nervous. So what I'm going to do, because he said he's going to send me for the mentor session, I'm going to listen very carefully and try to go back and implement what they're telling me.
It's quite challenging because you have to double your effort more than banna have to, because by the time and they think, are you seriously going to do the job?
Now we're going to see how do we make the business work.
Okay.
What seems to be the problem? When I was talking to you, you mentioned that you needed a automated plant. So you wanted something that can mass produce. You looking at a truck, and then working capital becomes seems to be a problem in that. There's a couple of things that we need to do in a business before ufika boemombo.
Okay.
The business that she's in, great business at this moment, and that it is a market that is a little bit saturated. A good thing is that it's saturated not with very strong products. I don't hear you talking anything about certification and systems and that. Where do you stand honestly in that space?
Okay, at the moment with the test for bricks, we are only SABS tested, not certified. We are in the process of getting the certification. We need systems to be in place. We don't have at the moment.
Tshepiso needs to move to the space where now she grows from being an entrepreneur that is starting a business to someone that is growing this business. So you need something that defines you, which makes you to be the go-to guy.
Okay.
And that thing your quality.
Okay.
Because one thing in the brick industry for most of the people is the quality of the brick.
Yeah.
Because remember now, industry it's about the durability, the strength of your brick and that. So those are the things. At the moment, on a machine,
Only 6 machines.
Okay.
But 4 in operation.
Okay.
Yes.
The other 2, why is it not in operation?
The other 2 was replaced with the other one that I bought. It's a bit faster and big.
Does it mean how only the orders are enough to even use the other 2?
I do, but it's more labor intensive. Yeah.
So why are you still keeping it? Museum, how is it in a museum again? Before you go and start thinking how you must look at the asset and what is it that you can be able to capitalize on. On a Limichini F4 or 55 people to go and do the efficiency test.
Okay.
To go check and say, is everyone being used to capacity now? There's 2 things. You can either be a brand or you can be a producer.
Okay.
And you need to make your decision very clear on that. Or I am a brand or I'm a producer. If you are a brand, you focus on creating a brand. But if you are a producer, you focus on getting more people to produce for.
So I'm going to become a manufacturer because through the channel cash bill because they are already established.
How are you focused on your finances?
Well, financially, we are having a bit challenge with the cash flow.
If the finances in the business are not okay, are not great, that business can go down. no matter how good of a product it produces. Now, what Tshepiso needs is to spend a little bit time on her numbers. She needs to know the numbers of that business. The task is, I need you to go sit down with your person that is doing your finance, your accountant or bookkeeper and that, because you need advices such as budgeting, you know, someone that can advise you on contracts in terms of you dealing with this hardware and that. Because I can tell you now that some of these hardwares will not deny you an opportunity to buy from you, even if you say to them it's cash on delivery. Don't be afraid to go and ask. The worst thing that people can say is no. But if you haven't asked them, you'll never know. And I wish you well with your business, and that it's a great space you are in, and that the quality has got to be right, and make sure you are consistent in it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
When I did a huge impact in my business, so go well back, go the implement, and then research go ira, then give on the imperacalabiang.
uJulia ke yena ke ube nayo ke leyo ntshiselo yokuthi yena ufuna ukuba ke ngusomabhizinisi. Wathi suka lapho ke yena ke wazifundisa amathupha ngezamabhizinisi. Wangena nqamashi kuyona ke lenkundla lena. Yize ke ebengenalo ulwazi olunzulu kakhulu. Ngemva kweminyaka ke 05, she is still here. Akazange ke yena ke ebheke emuva.
I am Julia Petla, founder and managing director of Amedzo Trading and Projects. We specialize in building upgrades within the construction fraternity. Our biggest drivers are quality and safety. In fact, our mantra says, quality is a lifestyle. Our biggest milestones achieved, we upgraded the Denel Aviation Executive Wing as well as the Safety Wing. Our contact details are info@amedzo.co.za, www.amedzo.co.za.
Construction, as we know, is still a very much dominated industry by males. Kodwa ke namhlanje ke bakhona ke abesimame ke bona ke abazama ukuzakhela udumo kuyona ke lenkundla. Njengayo ke lo sisi lona ngizobe ngichitha usuku naye. Igama lakhe uJulia. Inkampani yakhe ibased ke khona ke lapha eRivoni. Into esifuna ukuyazi ukuthi yena how is she coping ngokuthi asebenze kuyona lenkundla lena ke esaphethwe ke abantu besilisa. Ake sizi ukuthi ke business lakhe basebenza kanjani. Aha. So this Julia, ufunde ngezamabhizinisi. Umphathi we-construction company. Kokubili ke lo ukuhlangana kanjani from ukufunda ngebhizinisi kodwa ukuba umphathi we-construction company?
Go ithutela dilo tša business ke business it encompasses everything. But construction is very technical. It's something that I've learned on the go as and when ke tsamaya ke ithuta ka construction technical part. Para go run a business is just generally motho o mongwe le mongwe a ithutetseng business a ka kgona go run a business. E re dutšeng mo yona ke yona office ya ka.
Services enwenza nenza ini kahle kahle ungakwazi ukuthi ungihlukanisele wona kahle.
Okay, we focus mostly on building upgrade or building refurbishments. So re demolish the building tše di setšeng di agilwe and then re refurbish. So re demolish dira office partitioning, which is what people call drywalling. Yes. Re dire aluminium and glass, or dire electrical works. We do mechanical engineering as well, geo aircon and refrigerations, shop fitting as well.
Okay. Ngiyabona na kuhle ke ifundile into kazi. Sicela nje ungichazele kabanzi nje ngalo esikubonayo.
Okay, ko Unisa. Yes. Ke dirile masters in business leadership. Eki ISBC Congress le Mam Elizabeth Tabete. Eki Gibbs nekele mo programming neki leader 42 women who are in construction through NHPRC. AK office ya di colleagues chaka.
Yes, ma'am.
OK Molefe is a contract manager and he's a civil engineer by profession.
Nice.
OK Josh. He's the project manager, the guy odilang le babereki on site and also the procurement from various suppliers le manufacturers.
Before ke na le company ya ka ko Northwest ko Zest ko 14 border post ne ke dila ka freight forwarding so Julia approach her no o batla bula company tswa a le ko mafaseng ka thoma bereka o berekisana le yena ke motho right to bereka le na zanga ka ba le bothata nna le na botse ne re ithuta mmereko ne re sa o tsebe na re kgone go ntshana na le bona bashimane ba na re thoma mmereko le bona till today re tlo kgona go berekisana botse le bona ba le perfect ka mmereko wa bona
ka fela se ba feletseng
no gore ba babedi ba tswile ba na le meeting.
Okay, so manje ama client ala ekhaya obani?
State-owned entities, government departments, private organizations as well. Your Fasken Martineos, some you'd not know, some are in construction, some are not in construction.
Yeah. How are you finding it when again njengomuntu wesimame osebenza kwinkundla egcwele kakhulu ngabantu besilisa?
Sure, it's quite challenging because you have to double your effort more than banna have to, because by the time and they think, are you seriously gonna do the job? You know, so you have constantly to work harder. Okay, prove like and that is proven obviously how to maudia mereko and babona quality mereko rano nayo uyaz lento ayenza.
Ngiyakuzwa ke sis Julia, ngiyabonga kakhulu ukuthi sixoxile ke nawe ngeze business lakho sizohlangana ke e-studio ke lapho khona ke sizobe iqhubeka lolu daba le business.
Okay.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu.
Okay, ngiyaleboga. Okay.
Shap food.
Right now, you're not building anything from scratch. You're refurbishing and reconstructing what already exists. What's the next level of growth?
uJulia yena ke wakhulela emndenini omkhulu kakhulu. Lokho kwamenza ukuthi ke akwazi ukusebenzisana kahle ke nozakwabo futhi basebenzisana ngokubambisana. Njengamanje uxoxisana nathi ngokuthi ke bekunjani ukukhulela emndenini omkhulu. Futhi ke aphinde asitshele ukuthi ke isikhathi lesika sichithe ehlala lephesha kwelwandle sasinjani ke. Phela ke yena ke wayehlala lapha yana eLondon, eUnited Kingdom.
Yo, ke goletse di plekeng tsa o farologana ke beletšwe Messina e bitswa Mosena gona bjalo ke dutse ko until I was 14.
Besihlala ku 3 rooms banengi sihlala ngaphansi kwamatafula mnandi kodwa.
You know, to be only 2 sisters from those 14 boys.
Besihlalela kamnandi nje sidlala kamnandi sidle kamnandi futhi mase indlani banengi endaweni ye-1 awu ubani ongavela ukusalela emuva unganamuntu ukuthi uzola kuphakela iplate la ngaphandle kwaSunday kuphela but Sunday course engasekho ke manje.
Growing up with brothers where people knew gore oka mole asimoka ra lokelang gona was actually amazing.
We enjoy the privilege because whatever we wanted from our brothers, like they'll make sure that we get it. Like, they love us.
A fetsa ge primary school ya gage mo Mosina go tswa fu a ba tsamayo dula ko Kinross le abuti.
Sikhumbula sihlala sonke imthatha ekhaya ngiletha la bengihlala khona Sekororo efunda khona enze form 4 form 5 yakhe awu umntwana oyimisele kakhulu uthi maqeda lapho azela lapha ngase tertiary ngapha ngase Florida.
ha ke fetša ka bereka. I think after 5 years of go bereka, I was like, eish, I think I've done it all, I've seen it all. I want to go and see what the outside world has to offer me. And then ka ba ke migrate ke ya ko UK, ka dula Wales a year and a half.
Somthatha nje as an interpreter ema-court ngoba ama-languages enoyawazi impela.
Ka joa Wales, ka ya ko England, still in the UK for 3.5 years. So pretty much 5 years outside of South Africa. Then Kabuya after 5 years.
When she came back, like she struggled to get a job, and she decided that I want to own my own business.
She's loving. She'll take a bullet for you, literally. That's the type of love she has. And she's like a mom. You know, if you say, oh my God, I can't cook, she'll be like, all right, I'll come cook for you.
I love to spend time with family. Family makes me who I am.
She loves the family very much. Like, you know, even now, like, if I cannot say, Jules, there's something here in Pretoria, she'll drive, she'll leave everything, like, for the sister, she'll sacrifice, you know.
Activities
She knows every individual's character within the family, and she is able to bring us all together. So each time we're together, it's because she had something to do with that.
Ngumuntu othanda abantu, kakhulu abantwana, ke fetša nako e ntši ke raloka le bana.
All our kids love Auntie Julia. She's a mother and an aunt. In fact, she's a mother to all the children as well, because my husband's elder children were brought up by her as well. So she is a mom at heart.
Being a small contractor in the construction industry means you have to rely on major companies to offer you whatever work is available. Ngemva kokuthi ke yena kasunguleleli business lakhe eminyakeni emihlanu eyadlula, uJulia ke beloke ebhekene nobukhulu ke ubunzima bokuthi yena ke angasebenzisana kanjani ke nosibani kona ke lomkhakha lo. Njengamanje ke usestudio sethu uxoxisana noPepsi lapho khona ke emtshela ke ukuthi ke imaphi ama challenges abhekana nawo ke yena.
Hello, I've just arrived at Making Moves. I'm meeting Pepsi. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know what to expect, but hey, let's see how it pans out.
So in 2009, Julia started her business, Amedzo Trading and Projects, with no experience in the construction industry. A few years later, she's grown the business exponentially and has completed some pretty big lucrative projects. She's here to talk to me about her milestones, some of the challenges of dealing with dry seasons in the construction industry, and what her growth plans are for her business. Julia, welcome to Making Moves.
Thank you.
How are you, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. Take a seat.
Thank you.
All right. So, you started this business with no experience in construction. What were you thinking?
When I started the business, it wasn't a construction business. It was a sourcing business. We're a strategic sourcer. That's how we started. And because of the turnaround time in terms of delivery, one of our clients gave us an opportunity to do maintenance. And when we started maintenance, we realized, oh my goodness, this is pretty much good. Profit margins aren't really squashed. They are better than sourcing. And that's how we went into fully into construction.
Okay.
Yeah.
And, you know, what are some of the challenges with running a business of this nature?
Okay. Cash flow problem. You'd appreciate that the lifespan of maybe refurbishing about a double-story building would not necessarily take you a month. It can be anything from 3 months to a year, depending on, obviously, the magnitude of the project and what needs to be done. So one of the things is that you may run out of cash.
So you get paid at the end, or you get paid in tranches?
Okay, what we've negotiated with our customers is that we always require 50% upfront, just so it helps to easy the burden on the cash flow.
Because right now you're not building anything from scratch, you're refurbishing and reconstructing what already exists. What's the next level of growth?
Okay, it's still within the same parameters. I think you'd appreciate that part of refurbishment is that you do maintenance, day-to-day maintenance that you can't go without. In offices, you always have things broken and so on and so forth. But in terms of the long-term or growth strategies, that we are establishing national footprint in other provinces. We've started with Mpumalanga. We've done quite extensive research and development. We've gone to the area and we've engaged local economic development officers just to try and understand what are the opportunities and the pipeline projects coming up and so on and so forth. We've engaged the major stakeholder, which is the community.
What's the plan, though, in terms of attraction of new clients? How does that work?
Okay. The rapid growth of technology has pretty much taken over how we do business and how people respond and so on and so forth. So we have pretty much presence on the internet. Rather, if you go and search construction companies, our Amedzo would pop up. We're on Yellow Pages. And then in terms of social media, it's work in progress. And I think one of the things that I don't take away is the fact that direct marketing still works, you know. On average, every month I attend like 5 networking sessions. We've recently had exposure through the biggest, it's an annual event that happens every year at Galaga Estate. It's APSA procurement. We were exhibiting there, so we had business leads that we're going to be following up on as well. So just to answer how to get new clients as well. Yeah. Okay.
Fantastic. So I'm going to send you off for a coaching session. Okay. Maybe you can discuss this marketing strategy. Yes. I think it perhaps needs a little bit of work. I do agree with you that direct marketing and networking is still the most effective, but maybe that's one area of potential improvement. Yes. I wish you the best of luck. I think you've got a fantastic business.
Thank you.
And you've got the right thinking.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Julia has managed to steer her business in the right direction with very little experience. She's articulated some of her challenges and some of the plans for growth she has in her business. I think it's time for her to go off for a coaching session where she can talk a little bit with our business coach and they can swap some ideas and maybe work on her go-to-market strategy and her client retention strategy that will take her business to the next level.
My interview with Pepsi I think it went well. It wasn't as hectic as I imagined it was going to be. So I'm looking forward to explore and unpack these ideas with the business coach.
Looking at different companies that I've assessed so far, yours really stands out. And one of the things that's important that I see is if you're looking at building a large portfolio of services, how much of that portfolio do you actually subcontract and how much do you keep with you? Because when you subcontract too much, oftentimes then you also incur the cost and you start to lose on GP. So it's quite important for me that I saw that your gross profit is still up high because you are charging a premium. So congratulations to you for keeping that. In terms of staffing, and you've mentioned that you have key staff and then also the extended staff because you're now looking at developing your business. And everybody needs to look at how they grow their business, and I think you're doing quite phenomenal by not having to incur large costs in terms of raising money for infrastructure. I think your smart sourcing idea is very good in terms of bringing in people who have experience in certain areas and then involving them in your business. One of the things that I've noticed in the industry is the lack of skilled people that are around. So she needs to surround herself more and more with skilled people and try to bring those people closer to a company, try to get them under their employ. Because when they're coming in as consultants or third parties, they come at a higher cost.
One of the things that we look at is obviously collaborating. You know, we go out, we look at people that we can synergize with, collaborate with them, and grow the business that way, because then you do not necessarily have to be there. Even when you've established your presence, you know that you've got your strategic partners there, and then you are able to focus on other things while you allow yourself to grow in other provinces as well.
Fantastic. Part of your portfolio being that broad, I'm assuming that is largely a part of the fact that you are very good at sourcing.
Yes.
And do you find that that skill has helped you quite a bit?
Yes.
Okay.
No, 100%. Sourcing is something that I'm passionate about. So it has really helped me because I cut on the middleman and go directly to the manufacturers. The value chain gets somewhat minimized, and that increases the profit margins that we're talking about.
She's really focusing greatly on growing her business without having to expend more funds in terms of growing it. And I think that's what is very important for her at this stage. In terms of revenue growth, I think she has the potential to see far greater numbers this year. And I think she has a clearly laid out plan for that. Do you have any challenges around managing your cash flow at this stage, or have you found a way to manage that better?
Look, we always keep cash reserves so that when you're busy doing a project that could span for anything from 0 to a year, you have cash reserves that you can work on, and also the sourcing part assists a lot in the business, because while you go through that, you know that you've got regular cash inflow into the business, and that I think really augments the construction division.
Okay, that's a good factor to have in your business, because oftentimes when people are trying to grow their business, they focus on the big customers, especially building industry. They want to get the CIDB rating right, and then they go for the one big customer, the one big deal, but they don't focus on other cash flow streams.
Yes.
There are a lot of companies focusing on just responding to big tenders, and you make your name once and then you disappear. Where if you do it with multiple companies and opportunities, the opportunity for her to build her brand and her visibility on a broader scale, it's exponential. Are you approaching bigger companies to assist you with enterprise development, since people are now mandated, according to the BE codes, to start looking at smaller companies and assisting them in that way? Are you doing that at this stage?
Yes, I'm part of 2 large organizations in terms of enterprise development, and I get support from them, even including projects.
Phenomenal. Julia, I want to congratulate you on building such a beautiful business. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My coaching session with Arthur today went very well. I think he pointed me to the right direction in terms of what else can I incorporate into my business in terms of expansion of my business, and he was pretty much happy with what I've set out to do.